practice mindfulness, then don't you want to know what would be some of the big benefits? After all, when you're taking something on, you want to know, well, what am I going to get out of this? So one of the biggest benefits that I think that comes from mindfulness is the practice over time, the ability to accept what is. And if you're anything like me, where you've been kind of trained to be a go-getter and a little bit of an overachiever, and some would even say a little bit of a control freak, then the ability to sort of go with the flow and accept what is seems very counterintuitive, right? Because if you've been trained to, this is what you want, and you go after what you want, then when circumstances present themselves or people behave in certain ways, then we can be very resistant because things are not going the way we want them to, right? So clearly I'm speaking from experience there. When we want situations, circumstances, people to behave in a certain way, and when they don't, it's the cause of anger or frustration, right? We're resisting whatever the situation or person is. And so the practice of mindfulness, and what it's really done for me, is increasingly to recognize that whatever is showing up for my growth, right? There's something in that situation or circumstance or person that is going to help me in my personal and professional development. Think of it this way. Have you ever asked, okay, I need to work on patience, or whatever skill that you're trying to develop, and what happens when you say that? So I can share with you that when I've been working on developing my patience, what happens is every single person that shows up is there to test my patience. Every circumstance that shows up is there to test my patience, because how else are you going to develop patience if not through situations that are going to test your skill, your ability to show up in that way? So in much the same way, it's almost like every situation and circumstance that shows up is there for our growth. And so that ability to be able to accept that more and more, very challenging, I get it. So it is there so that we can go with that flow, and just know that even if in that moment we don't understand why it might be happening or how this is going to support us in our personal and professional development, trusting that it is. And I know that's easier said than done, but that is really the one huge benefit, where more and more we start to be able to let go of that firm grasp that we have on the way we see the world, the way we feel circumstances should be or people should be behaving. So my question to you right now would be, if you think about right now certain aspects of your life that you might be resisting, circumstances, people, think about whether there's some resistance to what is. There's some resistance to the way that person is being, to the way that circumstance is showing up. Because here's the great gift and opportunity. Once we accept it, then we're also able to shift it. We can't shift what we can't accept. So that's my invitation to you, and I'd love to hear about your thoughts on this. Share with me in the comments below.